It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Red Hook Ale Brewery, and it's their Long Hammer IPA, coming in at 6.2% ABV. There we go. There's a look at the bottle cap. I'd like to thank Dean for sending the beer. Thank you, Dean. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. There we go, that one didn't want to come off. I believe, I took a picture of this and put it on the social networks. I believe it's owned, a couple of people commented saying it's owned by one of the bigger breweries, whether it's Anheuser-Busch, Miller or someone along that lines, but apparently it's still a good beer. So there we go. There's a look at the label. Beer in the glass. Nice levels of carbonation. One finger white head. Golden coloured ale. Nice and clear. Let's get the aroma. For a 6.2% beer, it's got a nice bready, biscuity aroma. Nice level of American hops in the beer. It's dry hopped, and they've said it is a big fan of dry hopping, which sounds much dirtier than it is. I suppose that's their way of having a little joke with you guys. We all really know what dry hopping is, don't we? Yeah, you get that. You get that big floral, lovely, juicy, hoppy aroma. Grapefruit, mango, bit of lemon. Let's dive in. Cheers. Quite bitter. It's not massively bitter on the back end. It's quite sweet as well. The beginning of the beer is sweet, goes over to bitterness on the back end. Lots of lemon, lots of kind of bitter vitamin C like lemon, bit of orange peel in there, bit of mango, grapefruit. Yeah, my palate's warming to this one. It begins very sweet. Nice level of carbonation to the beer. And yeah, there's kind of a lot going on. The first taste, for some reason, the first taste really didn't do too much for me. I was thinking, yeah, you know, yeah, it's okay. How am I going to fill this review out? But the second, third, fourth taste, it's a lot beefier than the first taste kind of made out. Yeah, this kind of nice sweet nectarine. Lovely grapefruity, booming kind of lemon peel flavour and bitterness. Yeah, I'm just wondering why that didn't. Perhaps I did the one beer review before, and that kind of, I needed that couple of tastes to adjust my palate a little bit. But there's lots going on, and well worth trying. I know sometimes, and a lot of the time, the big breweries, they pick up smaller breweries or they bring out a different brand of beer. and it becomes terrible, or like Shock Top, Blue Moon. It's not great beer, is it? It's not the best beer in the world. It's never going to be the best beer in the world. It's a kind of beer for in between the masses style of craft beer drinker. Maybe somebody who's not really in the know. But fair play, if it's true, like my friend from Facebook said, it's owned by a bigger brewery. If that's true, then as far as I'm concerned, they've left this brewery to their own devices. Now, ask me a little bit about Goose Island. Goose Island, I had a lot of their beers before they got bought out by a bigger brewery. Again, I can't quite remember who they are at the moment. I know it's one of the massive breweries, multi-billion-pound company. They bought Goose Island about 4 years ago now, I think. Maybe 3-4 years ago. And Goose Island, famous for their Bourbon County Stout. Their Imperial Stout. And it is an incredible beer. Absolutely incredible beer. And now they're starting to bring out raspberry versions and different flavours of the same beer. And I think, do they need to do that? Can you just leave the damn thing alone? Can you just leave it be one of the best Imperial Stouts in the world? Not make raspberry versions and blue label versions and red label versions and... Okay, I know they made the vanilla one. I've tried the vanilla one. Very nice. But it might still be amazing beer. But I just think that's where the influence comes in with these big companies. They sit in a boardroom and they go, I know, we'll make a raspberry version of Bourbon County. And these people, they're probably just educated people who haven't really got a lot of beer knowledge, proper beer knowledge. They're more kind of marketing people, sitting around a desk all day, throwing ideas at each other. But yeah, going back to the point, going back to this beer review in particular, I'm sorry if I've gone a little bit long-winded. I just wanted to have my point with Goose Island. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is a very good beer by a company that's owned by a larger brewery. Red Hook Ale Brewery. And if I'm wrong, if I'm completely wrong, and if there's still a small brewery, then I deeply apologise to you guys at Red Hook Brewery. Rating then for this IPA at 6.2% ABV. I like it. I really do like it. I like that malt. I like that carbonation. I like the way the beer looks. It's a very nice looking beer. Lovely hop finish. Yeah, and I quite like that bottle. I've never had a beer in a style of bottle like this before. It's like a stretched out dumpy. Or stumpy, should I say. A stretched out stumpy bottle. You know the little lager bottles you get from France? It's like that, but kind of, they've stretched it out. Rating, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.